All right, so here's my collection of arrows. These are two that I had, or like the ones I had last weekend, and these are my dowel arrows. And I'm just going to kind of show you how they fly. I'm going to back up to here. My target is just right over there. It's just that little cardboard box, and that box is stuffed with plastic grocery bags. I mean, like stuffed until it almost bursts, and then just wrapped up really good in tape. So I'm just going to take some pop shots. This is my hornbeam bow. It's got about a 45-pound pull, and we'll see how these just these backyard dowel arrows fly compared to carbon fiber ones. Two of these have no tips, and two of these do have tips. So we'll just kind of see how they do. Well, that was pretty interesting. This one, without a head, you saw dive down to the, just kind of dive and hook. This one's flying a little odd. These two went to the left. I don't really know why they have been shooting straight. I think it's because I didn't throw my tips on, and when it releases, they rattle, and that'll make them kind of fly weird. Well, what happens is they go out and they kind of vibrate, and then when they get up to speed, they balance out and take off. So the fact that they both flew in basically the same pattern is an okay sign. This one without a tip actually flew just fine. Actually, I think that one bounced and came up. This one with the bone tip actually hit my mark. And this one with the glass tip came off, but it still went in probably 2 inches, which that's fine. That's not really, it's a blunt tip. This one with the more streamlined bone tip punched in pretty well, but this densely packed plastic bag filled box doesn't really allow for a lot of penetration. So that was pretty cool that they flew the way they did. And sometimes you do have to have weight on the end of the arrow, otherwise it's like the front can kind of go its own way, and it just kind of balances everything out. So anyways, that's that. You can see how they all shot compared to store-bought arrows versus handmade arrows. And the thing is this one flies really, really well, and it's the first one I made. The bone tipped one flew really well too. The thing is you make up, say, 5 or 6 of these, and you start shooting them. Some are going to fly straight, some aren't. The ones that don't tear apart and rebuild, and there you go. And also check your dowels for whether or not they're straight. But you should check that before you ever buy them. So anyways, that was test shooting my cheap homemade arrows. That's pretty much that. So there you go.